Hello friends, this is Richard the Urban Warlock here, and I am going to do a post your request reading. So this request comes from my friend Danny, the Derelict Queen, and fellow cast member of Where Angels Fear. If you're into urban exploring, or urbex as it's called, please give Danny a follow. Okay, it's the Derelict Queen. Okay, she posts an awful lot of content and she's very good at what she does. Right, so Danny's question was, is this year going to be a success? Now, just before I start this, I do have to put a little bit of a caveat on it, okay? Now, it becomes a little bit complicated if you follow spirituality, because on one hand, it's very much like, well, you have a predetermined destination in some belief systems. So some people, tends to be the Love and Light Brigade, they kind of release everything to spirit. Now, me personally, I have this belief in balance. I believe in the light and the dark, and I believe that I don't believe in luck. Basically, I feel that you either work your arse off or you go through something traumatic and the universe provides. My Anna from Amazonite Griffin often says, nothing changes if nothing changes. I go for control the variables. Okay, so to be successful, often you do have to work your arse off and you have to work hard. Okay, sometimes there are things out of your control, and that is what I release to the universe. Anything that I can do to try and push things forward, I will do it, such as doing TikTok content, such as posting on social media. Okay, so to be successful, there does have to be a certain amount of effort put in. Okay, so it is collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you would like a specific question looking into, okay, for yourself, but it will cover other people if it pops up on the feed, please just drop a note in the comment. Okay, right, let's have a look here. Okay, so it's not starting off great, I've got to be honest with you. So the first card we've got is the Judgment card in the reverse position. Okay, so the Judgment card, I like explaining this card because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So the literal sense of the card, we've got what's supposed to be Gabriel there. I'm covering up some naked bodies. They're people who've passed away. They've been judged worthy enough to ascend to heaven. Now, we're obviously not talking about that. We're talking about internal or external judgment. It's in the reverse position. Okay, so this is saying that this is either some outside sources who aren't judging you fairly, or you're not judging yourself fairly enough. Based on the other cards, I kind of feel it's more along the lines of outside influences. Okay. The reason why I say that is because we then got the Six of Cups in the reverse position. So Cups relates to the element of water. We're generally talking about something on an emotional level. Now this card drives me crazy. Why does it drive you crazy, Richard? Well, it's got nothing to do with the card itself. It's the imagery. Well, it's actually the tarot books. Okay, so in the tarot books, they describe this as two children in the process of giving and receiving the cup of flowers. Now, it's a little less obvious in this deck, but in your standard Rider-Waite deck, that's a little old lady. That is not a child. Okay, they say that because it's talking about balance, on an emotional level balance. Now, it's in the reverse position, sorry, so one party's doing all the giving and one's doing all the taking, and I feel it's coming from this judgment. There's somebody or some people around you who are not judging you fairly, and it's causing an imbalance, okay? We then got the Knight of Swords. So swords relates to the element of air. It's generally speaking about the way we think and the words we use. Now, with the court cards, they can represent an energy within ourselves, or they can be somebody else. Now, with this knight, you'll notice the horse is rushing in. So it's normally saying that there's some news coming in. There's, you know, it could be good news, could be bad news. We'll see where it goes. Or it could be that you go, right, I'm sick of this situation. I'm going to say something. I'm going to just, you know, I'm not going to make a plan. I'm just going to get it out there. We're going to see where the cards go to see which way it goes. Okay. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, so we then got the Death card. Probably my second favourite card in the tarot deck, if I'm honest with you. Now, Death talks about rebirth. Okay, it's about killing off what no longer serves us, shedding that old skin, removing it, going on to something else, stepping into a new energy, rebirth. Okay, now I normally find when it's in the upright position that something happens, so I'm going to say that's news coming in from elsewhere. Something happens, and it allows us to cut out the dead weight from ourselves. And that could be something within ourselves, it could be people around us, it could be these people who are judging us, okay? It's allowing us to move on. We then got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. So the Wheel of Fortune for me generally talks more about the energies. It can talk about the way we think about things as well for me, but it's more about the energies. It's in the upright position, things are going to start coming to us, okay? So that one's good to see. Overall outcome, let's hope for a good outcome. Ten of Wands in the reverse position. So Wands relates to fire. We're generally talking about taking some kind of action. Now, Tens are completion cards. You know, the minor arcanas runs like a standard deck. 4 suits, star takes go through 10. That can indicate where you're on a cycle. Now, in the upright position, you've got the chap there. He's carrying the heavy bale of wands. He's going back to the village there. It's his last time. He's done his time. He's had enough. He wants to move on to something else. Now, when it's in the reverse position, for me, it talks about a little bit of resistance, letting go. Okay, I feel it's in regard to this person, these people around you who aren't judging you fairly, who've been take. Okay, now for me, the advice of the card is you've got to let it go. Okay, you've got to let it go. Now, me personally, I'm a bit of a Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords energy. I will quite happily cut the deadwood out, and I will. Life's too fucking short, and I'm not going to give my energy to people who are just take. Okay, other people, I get that I'm quite extreme with it, and I am, and I admit that. Other people, there can be this reluctance. It's like things are coming good, but I just feel like I don't want to be a bad person. I feel like I want to still help people and stuff like that. That's perfectly fine, but at some point you need to think about yourself. And if we're talking about success, don't let other people rob your success, ever, okay? You will, depending on your field, you will get copycats, you will get people robbing your ideas, you will get people robbing you, you know, what you're saying and stuff like that. For me, I don't care, okay? I am me, I do what I do, okay? And if any cheeky fucker wants to try and replicate that, it doesn't work, because they're not me, okay? Do you, think about you, do not worry about helping other people out at this point in time. It's not selfish to ride your own success, okay? Obstacles or blockages, Page of Swords in the reverse position. Now, pages are more youthful energy. They don't have the knowledge of the kings and the queens. They don't have the forward motion of the knights. Now, in the standard rider way, it's this sky's blue. So it talks about blue sky thinking outside the box, communicating and acting in more playful way. When it's in the reverse position, we're holding back from that. We're sticking to a set routine. That is causing an obstacle or blockage to this success. Final card, removing any blockages, the Sun card. Okay, the Sun is a fixed card. This is your wish fulfillment, if you want to call it that. This is your happy times. Now, I'm not saying that this is coming in a certain amount of time that the universe is waiting to provide. What you need to do is cut out the dead wood. Cut out the dead wood, and that can be people, that can be things that you're doing. Okay, at the moment you're limiting yourself, you're putting yourself in a box, you're saying, well, this is what society says I have to do, this is what the community says that I have to do. Do not do that, okay? Tread your own path, follow your own success, do what works for you, okay? Now, obviously it was Danny that asked this question. She does urban exploring. Okay, it may be that to become more successful, you need to step out of what everybody else is doing, okay? Don't follow, you know, just because every other urbexer out there does things a certain way. Tread your own path, do your own thing, and that can go for any aspect. Something that I've noticed within the spiritual community at the moment is there's an awful lot of practitioners, and they're taking on a lot of different stuff which they don't normally do. Now, that is perfectly fine if you want to do it to learn and develop. For me, personally, I'm actually started dropping stuff. I don't do past life regression anymore. Why not? Well, I don't have a massive client base for it, and I don't enjoy it, okay? So I'm focusing on what I enjoy and what I'm good at, okay? So don't, you know, tread your own path, release the dead wood, okay? If you do have a reading you want me to do, please pop in the comments, and I'll see if I get around to it. Until next time, take care. Ta-ta for now.